In this film, the trainer, Mike, is working with a group of police trainees who are in their 13th week of training out of 23 weeks. They're based at Avon and Somerset Constabulary in a well-resourced training school. In the following clip, we see Mike working with the students in a session introducing them to the day's activity. This leads into a practical activity in which all trainees are assessed.
A signal that is recognised by every driver has to be clear, concise, accurate. No messing about. The driver needs to know why you were there and what you were doing. So when you do traffic signals, make them clear and make them strong signals. You'd like to demonstrate for us, Matthew? Stop! That says stop, doesn't it? Yeah. You're driving towards that chap in his helmet and stuff. That indicates stop. So what would you do next if you need them to pull in?
I'd want to direct them into the area that I'd be going to and stop.
Yeah, absolutely. Think about while you're watching him, what he's going to be doing, how he's doing it. Okay, good.
In the following film, we hear from Owen, who describes his expectations of a tutorial and identifies why this format is a particularly important part of reflective practice. Owen, what do you feel are your aspirations of a tutorial? What do you feel you get out of them?
Personally, I think they're very good in terms of consolidating knowledge and learning. It's a good opportunity to get some feedback on how I'm progressing personally, and go over all the topics, any topics that I'm struggling with, or the tutors themselves perceive that I'm struggling with. It's not always easy. The way you feel might not be the same as how your tutors feel about how you're progressing. So it's quite a valuable opportunity to have a one-to-one in a quite relaxed environment to be able to discuss, find out how they're feeling about your performance.
When you do have the tutorials, are they recorded in any way? Do you have to? Does your teacher record the evidence?
In advance of the tutorial, we'll put together a module review form. So we'll put down how we felt the module's gone, what our strengths, weaknesses, etc. are, and then any comments that various tutors and trainers have been making over the duration of that course is written in our course record book, which we then get to see, discuss, go into any more in depth, or sort of go away and investigate if there's anything. And then we signed it all, so we know there's a record that we've seen everything that all the tutors have put down about us.
Yeah, so you get a chance to read it back.
Absolutely, yeah.
How many tutorials do you get over the course of your 23 weeks?
Formally, we'd have 4 big ones. Well, with the end of each module, the course is broken down to 4 modules. 4 modules over the 23 weeks, and we'd have 1 large tutorial at the end of each of those modules. But then we do have more informal ones if you want to discuss some specific topics. But formally, it's 4.
In the following clip, we see Matt meeting with his tutor for a tutorial. This is an ideal opportunity to reflect on his professional practice. This may include how he reflects and considers professional boundaries, peer relationships, identifies his progress and achievement, recognises areas for improvement, and how they might action these through research, peer reflection, or learner feedback. Having identified the trainee's aspirations, the role of tutor is to provide opportunities through the organisation of the tutorial and through reflective questioning, and allow the trainee to reflect on their practice and their professional responsibilities.
So, first of all, how do you think you're doing?
Yeah, I'm getting on fine. Yeah, getting some good feedback from the tutors and everything, and managing all my tasks that I've been allocated. Yeah, okay. It's all good.
In respect to you doing well and targets being met, how do you record it?
I record it on my my module review, so if ever I get something that I think is just demonstrating, for example, resilience or problem-solving skills, I'll put that into written form on my module review form for us to discuss at the end of module sessions.
And that's
what we got.
This here.
Yeah.
Time management and planning. We've got obviously ICF competencies and team working, community and customer focused, personal responsibility, effective communication, problem solving, resilience, and also the bit at the end. Just explain to us what the bit at the end is, an action plan.
I've had a few points made by yourself and a few other tutors that I'm not including enough direct speech in my pocket notebook entries. So I decided to create an action plan based on that to monitor my performance and to make sure it improves, and that I do record more direct speech. So I've created an action plan where I've specified exactly what I need to do, which is put more direct speech into my pocket notebook.
Yeah.
Made sure it's measurable by coming to see you every Monday, 08:45, until we're both satisfied that I'm doing that. Made sure it is achievable, which it is anyway, because as officers we're expected to make sure that we do include direct speech, and the relevance of that is important on the same grounds really. And time bound, I've made sure that it's not just an open-ended action plan. I've made sure that within 3 weeks, if I'm still not doing it, then we need to consult and find another course of action.
Yeah, sure. And as your trainer, I can see that we clearly have something you need to highlight, and you've reflected upon your learning, and you've looked into what you need to do. The specific the fact that you need to put more speech in there, and it's measurable because obviously we'll be able to know when you've done it in that timescale. So, as a trainer, it's good for me to see you reflecting on that, looking into what you need to do, but also we will have a result at the end of it that we can actually compare how you behave, how that competency is there now compared to what it was prior to the action plan, and therefore we'll see if the action plan will work or not. Hopefully it will.
And my performance will increase, as a result of that.
Yeah.
Because my files will be better, and hopefully I'll get more convictions based upon my proved evidence.
Absolutely.
After watching these films, think about the following. Be clear about your aspirations and expectations of a tutorial. Think about how it will help you reflect on your practice. Have some key areas you wish to explore with your tutor. Make a list. Think about how you'll record your tutorial. How will you construct further questions to research as part of your ongoing reflection? Before you go into a tutorial, think about how you recognise your own progress and achievement. What factors are you using to measure your progress and achievement by the list you have constructed, day to day, week to week?